Hello, here we are with an unboxing and hands-on with the all-new HTC One, the HTC One M8, the second generation, if you like, to the HTC One flagship device series. So we've got the official retail packaging here. We've got a grey device, and there are a variety of other colours available, including brushed silver and amber gold, that all come in the packaging, which is essentially identical to the original packaging. On the back of the box here, we've got a rundown of some of the key specification. So you've got Android with HTC Sense and HTC Blink Feed. We've got a Qualcomm Snapdragon processor there at 2.3 GHz. It's a quad core. It uses a nano SIM. You've got internal memory of 16 gig with 2 gig of RAM. You've got a micro SD memory card slot capable of up to 128 gig, 5-inch Full HD display. You've got the Duo camera, so it's a 4 megapixel camera on here, but it's using HTC's ultra pixel technology, capable of 1080p video recording. You've got a front-facing 5 megapixel camera, again with 1080p video recording, 3.5mm headphone jack, Wi-Fi, DLNA, Bluetooth, NFC, GPS, GLONASS, 4G, LTE. So it's all packed into this device. So what we're going to do is take the lid off and show you the handset. Now, we have already been playing with this, we're not going to lie, we've got it out of the box already for testing. So there is the device. We'll come back to this beauty in just a moment. So also included in the box, the standard sort of box contents, USB to micro USB cable, fairly conventional. That will allow you to connect the phone to a computer or Mac, or indeed connect it to this 3-pin UK mains power adapter. It's got a pin on the top there that pops up and down, and then you've got the USB port on the back end of the adapter here for actually charging the phone. Then you've got a set of in-ear headphones with 3.5mm headphone jack, replacement earbuds, reasonably good quality there for a premium device like this. It's also got the inline microphone and controls for voice calling. Interestingly, HTC also include a little case as well. It's a fairly thin case, sort of translucent grey colour with the HTC logo embossed and cut out for the cameras, and protects all sides and corners of the device. Has a little cover here over the bottom for the headphone and micro USB port. So interesting they include that. There is also a SIM ejector tool. This uses a nano SIM, so you need that to open up the actual port. You've got a getting started guide, warranty statement, and then some other stickers in the box. So here is the device itself. So let's start briefly with talking about some of the differences between this device and the one from last year. So the screen is slightly bigger on this device at 5 inches. It's Full HD with a resolution of 1080 by 1920 and 441 pixels per inch, so superb screen. Now we have powered it on already, and here you can get an idea of the screen itself. So it is very, very good. We've been very impressed with this device. The other major difference on the back is the cameras. We've got the addition of this second camera, which is to help with the focusing, which you may have seen some of the demos of, but we'll come back to that in a little bit. We've got improved speakers, or boom sound speakers, on the front here. They are truly impressive as well. We've got a 5 megapixel camera on the front now here as well, and this device is definitely a little bit taller. We've gone with more aluminium on this device. There's less edges, and it feels really smooth and really good quality. It does feel like one of the best feeling handsets in terms of actual quality. It beats Samsung sort of for that initial reaction quite well. Now, we have found in a little bit of our testing that this brushed back cover, as nice as it looks, it picks up the fingerprints and the marks, and you might already be able to see a few marks that have come onto this back cover, which is slightly frustrating, and perhaps why HTC include the case, because it is a little bit slippy as well. It's not the easiest thing to necessarily hold. So on the front here, we do of course have the 5-inch display. All the buttons are built into the screen. There's no physical buttons here. You've got the camera, you've got the sensors. On the bottom of the device, we've got the micro USB port for charging and data connectivity and video out. We've got a 3.5mm headphone jack. On the left side here, we've got the SIM card slot, and there's the little ejector pin there. On the top, we've got the power button, and we've got the IR port under here as well, because this device can be used to control your audio-visual equipment. You've got the micro SD card slot on here, and also the volume up and down keys as well. Apologies, that's micro SD card slot that side and the nano SIM there. Okay, so there's a lot to go through on this device. So we're going to take a quick look at the software, but our full sort of detailed coverage of everything on this will come in our written and video review, where we'll cover all of the different aspects in a bit more depth. You might have seen some of the promo stuff from HTC already. We don't want to cover all the same things, so wait for our full review to see all of that. But as a quick visual, you've got your home screens here, and you can scroll through them. And if you scroll across to the left, this is the all-new Blink feed, or Sixth Sense as it's sort of known as well, which integrates with all your social networks and everything to give you live information on your home screen, at a very quick glance. You've got your apps tray, which you can scroll through. Now, HTC have installed some content already, and then you can install your own apps from the Google Play Store. But you've got access to the likes of 7 Digital, you've got calculator, calendar, camera, of course. You've got a car mode, you've got your Facebook, you've got a flashlight, you've got an FM radio, you've got your gallery. Google Now is installed on this device, of course, being an Android device. And then you've got your sort of phone functionality, Polaris Office, setup guides, you've got a scribble pad, voice recorder, you've got your TV remote, a couple of apps that we've put on here as well in terms of our initial testing. So let's go and take a look at this camera, because this is one of the key features of this device, the dual camera on the back here. So it's a fairly sort of standard setup camera that we're used to from HTC, but you've got a few modes here, including camera mode, video mode, Zoe camera, selfie, dual capture, and pan 360. We'll cover those all in more depth in the review, but you get the idea of what all of those generally do. You've got quick access to the images you've already shot up in the top right hand corner. You can control things such as the flash, you can control your focus all over the screen, and then down here you've got a whole raft of settings. There is lots of aspects to this camera. So there's no dedicated camera key, you have to use the on-screen shutter button, but you've got different shooting modes here. So in auto, we've got night, we've got HDR, we've got sweep panorama, anti-shake, manual mode. You've got lots of control over that. You can change your ISO. You can see all of the different effects that we can apply to the shots. And then we've got a fuller settings menu as well, where you can go up and make other adjustments, from the crop to where there's grid, to where there's geotagging, to self-timer, continuous shooting, volume button options. So you can actually use the volume button for zoom or capture. So we can use that now for zoom controls actually on the camera there if we like. So we can take the picture like that. We can go into the video, we can start recording videos like so. You've got the ability to pause the video recording, you can stop it completely, and you would have seen there you can also take images as you were recording video as well. So we can go through to dual capture. So there we've got the little front facing camera being used as well. And it's going to take a shot from the rear and front facing camera. The balance is all off on the lighting here if you're wondering what's going on there. You've got the selfie mode as well, so there we go. You've got a few settings including the countdown timer, there you go. So you can pose for your perfect shots there if you like. And then again, you've got all of the different settings that you would expect from this camera. Lots of fun in this camera, I think, is the way to sort of explain it in a sort of short and nutshell, if you like. And then we can go back and review some of the images we've taken in the gallery. So there's some where we've just been playing around. We went out and we're doing some filming, so got some photos here, and this is where the Zoe sort of comes in. We're messing about, it creates sort of like a short video of all the photos you've done, give it effect. Makes for a sort of fun and creative way to play back some of the photos and images. We would have seen that in the HTC One, the original one, but that's just been improved here. Now a big thing is the speakers, and you sort of heard some of the sound from the device there when it was playing that little Zoe. But if we actually go into the music player and just give you an idea, so got a song here, put that on and we'll put it up to full volume. So you get an idea there. Now, we haven't done scientific tests on this, but we've found that the volume is pretty loud. It's louder than most smartphones. It'll go up into the 80s in terms of the decibel reading. But the big thing here is the actual quality of the sound that comes out of the speakers on here. It's really deep, it's rich, and it just sounds really good. I think it's one of few phones that you could actually play music out of quite happily, play a podcast, play a video, and kind of think, do you know what? I'm a bit surprised that's actually coming out of those speakers. Some would argue it compromises on the overall size of the actual device, and yes, quite possibly it does, but you do get an excellent experience from that. Now, of course, you've got the usual drop-down menu. You can go into your settings, and you've got quick settings and everything here. And then you can go into the main settings menu where you can take further control over things. So you can go into about the phone, set the date and time, language and keyboards, power saving. Now, reports suggest that the power saving option on this device is exceptional. Now, we'll report back on that when we've had more time with the device and show you our sort of expectations of what you can get out of this in everyday use. So it's boom sound on here now. There's no reference to Beats Audio anymore on this device because that relationship is no longer with HTC. You've got a variety of display options and gestures. So you've got motion gestures here, which you've seen on other devices before, but you can see on screen here we've got a few little options. So you can double tap on the phone to sort of wake it up. You can swipe left when you pick up the phone in portrait orientation and to get to the widget panel, and swipe right to wake up the phone and go to blink feed. You've got quick call, swipe down, gesture turns on voice dialing. So you've got a few little options there to make the overall usage of this phone sort of quite nice. Accounts and sync, you can set up various different accounts from your Google accounts to your Facebook, etc. Nice lot of control. Instagram, LinkedIn, all syncs up really nicely. This is a powerful handset all told. You've got your Bluetooth, your mobile data, you've got media output on here. You've got even more settings here, including pairing with the HTC Mini. So if you find this device a little bit too big, you can use the Mini, which is a little handset you can purchase separately. So the device weighs in at 160 grams, which is quite heavy. It's got a 2,600 milliamp hour battery, which isn't, again, massive for a device of this type, but it's comparable to the likes of the Sony Xperia Z2 and the S5, but some may argue you want a bigger one. But it's 9.4 millimeters thick, so it's trying to keep this device as thin and as comfortable as possible, all in this aluminium frame. So our initial impressions of this device is that, yeah, it's a really good looking handset. It probably is a worthwhile upgrade from the original HTC One, but to get that full conclusion, check out our review, which will be on YouTube and on our blog, blog.clove.co.uk very soon. But until next time, thanks very much for watching.